Hello, I'm Eva K. Ban. You are watching BCTV. BCTV, television for all.
It is on a special conversation with the Senator of Grand Bassa County, former Foreign Affairs Minister, former Putin at the Liberian Senate, Senator Milton Findley. Is our guest here this pleasant time. We invited him to talk about national, local, and issues that are affecting our people on a daily basis here in Liberia. And like I said, I'm H. Remember, Senator, welcome.
Thank you, Mr. Flomo. Thank you.
How's the start of the weekend with you?
Well, the weekend is normally try to go visit the farm, visit some friends, family, and visit some of the constituencies in the county.
Yeah, that's good. I can see the smile from your face. It tells us that you have started the weekend good. Yeah, so you being a host of Senate, you was there, your colleagues elected you, you serve as the pro tem. Going back in your house of Senate, what different would bring to the people of Bassa?
Well, it's different time, different administration, so you have to expect things are different and different demands. Okay. When I went to the Senate the first time, we were coming out of a crisis. There was no roads, the hospitals were not fully operational, schools were not fully operational. The security of the state was a fragile state. And I'm returning back to the Senate 9 years later with a lot of things that have been put in place.
Okay.
Different administration, different demands, and we have to be able to address those issues in terms of development, growth, income generating issues that affect the lives of the Liberian people.
Can we point out the major one that usually come on your desk?
Well, the big one is how do we create income for Liberians?
Okay.
By jobs, through agriculture, the different sectors, in the economy, how do we grow the economy? And that is a major issue that we need to tackle and deal with. The government has its agenda, its arrest agenda, where they are focusing on roads, they are focusing on agriculture, and to try to grow the economy. The vision we've had during the campaign 2023, that we made a commitment to the Bassa people, where the citizens of Bassa, and I say Bassa, I say Buchanan City, Bassa, the districts where we can train the young people in skills, give them skills that they will become productive and they can earn an income. You can't create too many jobs unless we get the kind of investment that we need in the country. And so we're looking at several phases, looking at bringing investors, new companies into Bassa that will provide opportunity, job opportunities for the citizen. Also, we have to look at those who do not have the skills. How do they generate an income?
To sustain the family.
Correct.
Okay. Now, looking at you working to the government of the past president, George Manuel Weah, you serve as the dean of the cabinet. Now you've been elected working into the new government. How's the work pull?
Well, it's a good one. I'm not the kind of person who is difficult to work with. I'm very easy to work with. We have a common goal. All of us in government and outside of government, former officials, have one interest. It's the development of Liberia.
Okay.
And once you focus on that, it becomes a national issue rather than an individual issue. It's not about an individual. No, we're not interested in that or what you want. but rather what is good for the country.
Okay.
And so we have to work with all of the different parties to make things happen.
And indeed, you are working with those different political parties.
I have to, you know, I'm an independent. I won the election as an independent.
And how are you working with them?
And I caucus, I used to caucus with the opposition. Right now, I have decided I'm not going to caucus with the opposition. I will not caucus with the ruling party. I will stand for what is right for the Liberian people and the Bassa people.
Now, these concerns have been raised by Liberian, your citizens that reside in Bassa. Bassa is a county that next to Moserado. And other counties that are far from Moserado County, they are enjoying electricity. While Bassa is near to Moserado, they are not enjoying. Every corner you turn into your county is very dark. What really come to your mind, your concerns when it comes to that?
Well, the situation, if you look at the different counties, you got to understand these people has about almost 10 years ahead of us. Nimba got the current during Ellen Salif time, so the infrastructure was built prior to. It started before Ellen Salif even came, when they started to build the infrastructure to bring electricity from Ivory Coast to Liberia. Bassa, we in the process of bringing electricity, in the process of bringing companies that will provide jobs. Those things are in the making. Yes, we're behind a little bit.
What time?
Well, you know, we expected the current to be in Bassa by the end of July.
July. Are you talking about next month?
Next month. No, next month.
Okay.
Now, what the issues are, it may be a technical thing, you know, these are not things that you just pick up from the shelf. And we always tell people these are things that you order, they have to build. The transformers are not in the store that you will buy. The copper wires are not there. Yeah. So they need to build them. You need to order them, you need to get them built, then you need to ship them to Liberia. So we have to be a little bit patient, that there might be some delays, but I'm sure that current will be in Bassa before December. Buchanan City.
You said
current is already in parts of Bassa. If you go on in the #1 district, you got
these are just
the
street
road
lights
currents.
now, it's not home light.
This is current.
Okay.
Yeah. And it depends on your capacity, what you want. Then of course you have to pay for it. But current coming is, it has to be affordable.
Okay.
Now in the long term, that what we need to know is that Bassa will be supplying current to other parts of the country. We hope that the good news will soon be out, and I'm getting some bits and pieces of it, because they're going to build the future is to build a power plant to produce power in Bassa.
In Bassa. And Bassa will be the home for all of the power plant, right?
No, not all of the power plants. Scheduled by the end of July.
Hello, I'm Eva K. Ban. You are
good.
watching
Senator, let's come
Bctv.
back to
Bctv
your county
television.
where you serve as a senator. The issue about WHO, they've been hosting a lot of protests in this county. And the other day we was at kilometer 13, where we saw over 400 workers from WHO trying to put fire on the train track. How does that prevent now?
Well, look, if any worker in Bassa have issue with their employee, they need to reach out to the lawmakers. If they don't, to say we tolerate violence, no. Burning the railroad track, burning homes, burning vehicles is unacceptable as violence. We cannot solve our problem through violence. And they need to make sure that they reach out to us so we can start a dialogue. But when you say you're going to destroy your employee property, then what do you expect your employee to do? To pay you?
No.
No, it's wrong. And let's talk about it. I get a call when they set the place on fire. You never called me the whole while you had an issue. You should have called me and said, Senator Findley, we got an issue. Or call Senator Lawrence, we have an issue. Or call a representative from the district you come from. Even though you may be working in the Cameron district, if you're from District 2, call Honorable Banks. If you're from District 1, call Honorable Bynum. If you're from District 4, call Honorable Alfred Flumo. If you're from the Electoral 5, call Honorable Goswa. If you're from the Canon City, Honorable Joe. And these issues will come. We'll sit down with you. We'll discuss it with you. We'll understand your side. And then we'll take it up with the company. But to say you would take the law into your hands, it's wrong. It has to be zero tolerance for violence in this county.
Before we go for a break, and the workers been saying that they have raised this concern with the caucus.
Let them show me the letter they wrote the caucus. I have not received a letter from them. And none of the caucus members have raised this issue until the situation with the fire, when we start to call the superintendent started to say, well, look, this is a situation that the workers have raised. We are available. Come and sit down. The leadership can come and sit down and talk with us. No representative or senator will say they will not meet with citizens. Our offices are open. Come to Monrovia any day. We're in session. Come to Monrovia. We're in session Tuesdays and Thursdays. Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays are constituency day and committee work. Okay. So we're there.
Well, folks, let's go for a break. Upon our return, we'll wrap up with the senator here on the Saturday morning broadcast.
Hello, I'm Eva K. Ban. You are watching Bctv. Bctv, television for all.
What a day. Welcome back to the final special edition with Senator Findley here this Saturday morning. Well, let's talk about the working of the government. First, to begin with the issue of the former Speaker, Speaker Kofa. You are the elder. I know you received that complaint from former Speaker where the ref voting was not done, where Richard Nanweko took power as a speaker, and you as a senator, you accepted him to serve as a speaker. You as a senator of Grand Bassa County, I know you saw a lot of error into that process. What really came to your mind first day?
Well, you know, the Senate took a position which I did not support. I was asked to head a committee to mediate between the two parties.
Okay.
And so I took a position of being neutral. In the event that the Senate had to go to play, we needed senators who basically didn't have side. So we didn't take side in this matter. We stood there and was waiting until the situation has been resolved. But during the period where you had the two parties fighting, the country had to run.
And that led to the burning of the building.
Well, I would not discuss that because the burning of the building, it's a criminal matter that is in court right now. Okay. And I don't think I need to comment on that. I don't feel comfortable discussing matters that are in court. If it's in court, it's a litigating matter. It's no longer a political issue. It's a litigating matter. It's the matter before the court.
Before we leave, one or two questions we have to pose to you and call it a day. I know you have something you want to tend to. Let's hear from you, former official from your government that you work for, the past government. Many of them now have been called by this government. And yesterday we saw on the social media, 4 of them were placed behind or was at the labyrinth, the center prison. What's your own take? Do you think that this government is doing well, or is the full one that they are doing?
You know, every Liberian has a right to work for government. And every Liberian, when you are serving in those capacities, are responsible for the action. If something went wrong, whether you were a sitting official of government or a former official of government, once you are in government, that situation had to do with your activities. You must answer for it if there's an investigation ongoing. The government now is claiming that you have certain individuals who are being investigated, and that's fine. Now, is there a probable cause that a crime was committed? Then they go to court. I went to sign for several of colleagues.
We did not see you on social
colleagues.
media.
Well, you don't have to see me.
But you did that behind closed door?
No, I went to the court. It was a court issue.
Are you talking about the Mirabel issue?
Yeah, the Mirabel issue. Okay. And the person who succeeded me at the Ministry of Foreign Affairs.
Okay, Dean Bassa.
Yeah. They are accused. They're accusation. They will go to court and they will have to deal with that. Again, it's a potential court matter. I understand they are indicted. The grand jury have indicted yesterday. So the government is looking on how to move certain cases forward and want to address corruption, or what I would refer to that all of us have to answer questions. Even this government, the government officials will have to answer for their actions also. So it's a message to all of us that when we get into public service, we must be cognizant of what we do and our actions. Whether it's true or not, that is left with the jury to decide the case going forward.
Your presence there at the Central Prison, looking at your colleagues going beyond bar into prison, I know it draws certain attention to your mind. What was it?
Well, nothing particular. I mean, you know, anybody can be accused. You must have the facts and the evidence, and that's why we have a system, a judicial system, that you will go to court, the case is going to be presented to the jury, and the jury will decide. Because that is the process. That is part of our democracy.
Okay. One last question, then we'll call it a day. The issues about the scrap. There's one key statement you made. It raised flare on all of the social media, and calling them most of the citizens of Bassa saying that he said that the scrap is not more important to the people of Bassa. What is important is the benefit. How this statement came about?
Look, the issue of scrap, I think people have made making an issue. I want you to do a research for me. Show me one market woman in a general market, Logan market,
or any other market,
any market in Grand Bassa County.
Go.
Don't ask me, because everybody was attacking me when I said we have major money sitting there for development, $8 million.
But where's the uses of the scrap money?
My brother, I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay.
I was senator then. I know what happened. I can tell you, audits were done on the scrap money. The Auditor General came to Bassa and audited the scrap money that were going to. They did a compliance audit that went to Grand Bassa Community College at the time. People don't know the history. They think people. You see, this is the problem. When I say this, then people get upset. But you have to read what is outstanding, what is out there, and understand it before you come to the public to criticize or to denigrate. I don't denigrate anybody. I've never gone to the public to denigrate anybody. Let me understand what he's saying. Let me get a grasp of it.
Okay.
You calling me today and you asking me a question. And I'm saying to the people who want to criticize me, bring me 10 children, 5 children that you know.
You're not 2%.
Wait, that you know that this scrap money benefited the market with me. Bring them. It's more than $1 million in the last 10 years.
Okay.
It's more than $1 million United States dollars in the last 10
Well,
years.
find some time when you fact here to tell how the usage of that money or who were they.
I can't say because I don't know. The auditors got to come and
You are
audit
one
the
of the
money.
leader of the country. You need to be informed.
I just got back into the leadership.
Yeah.
I left 2014. The audit covered the period I was there from 2014 to 2015. That was when the audit was done on the scrap money.
Okay.
There's an audit. The GAC audited the scrap money. Since 2015, they have not audited the scrap money.
Are you also aware that this gone scrap? There was a committee that was set up on the setting of the scrap.
But the committee always been there. They always had a committee.
Or they have not
And
put that to the.
so that committee needs, prior to this, even this committee that being set up by this superintendent, what happened to the money in the past? It's not somebody's private money, it's public money.
Okay.
And because my statement was, we should not be relying on scrap money for development of Bassa.
Yeah. And that's draw the attention of the people.
Yeah, people getting upset.
Yeah.
But is it
People feel that you're eating the money or you're part of the people. who
Well,
are
I
getting the
just
money.
coming back to be senator.
Yeah.
So the GAC will come and audit the scrap money. Then we'll know whether Findley ate money or Findley got money from scrap.
Okay. So, Honorable Senator, we are about to leave you this morning. We'll give you 30 seconds to speak to the people in your local data. There are some people, or we are people who are listening to us. They listen to the English word.
Where are you from?
I'm not from Bassa.
Ah, okay.
Can you agree with the people?
So what you want me to do, I will not do. Yeah. If the Bassa, Grand Bassa County is not only
Okay.
Bassa people.
Bassa people. Okay.
There are other people in this county that need to hear our messages. And you can't say speak Bassa. When I go to the Bassa village, I will say what I have to say there in my small way that I can speak. The small one I can speak, I will speak it there.
Okay, so as we conclude the conversation with you, can you now give us your parting comment?
Well, I just want to thank you all and congratulate you for your television station. We know that you are on the ground. We know that you're new. We know that you are in the process. And I want to extend my thanks and appreciation to the CEO. You know, he's been struggling and he's been trying to get this project up and running, and we have to congratulate him and his family. He's taking his resources from his family to put into this business. These are the kind of initiative that we want to encourage and support in our county. With that said, we want to say to the citizens that we are working towards bringing relief, development, creating jobs, and creating opportunities for people to have an income. It's tough right now. A lot of issues that the county is faced with, the country is faced with, that we have to be able to address. And it would take us some time to get some of the companies that we need in the county that people will be able to generate income from. Not necessarily having a job, but they must be able to get an income so they can feed their family, so that their family can survive. So we're talking about sustainable income for our citizens.
Folks, that have called out their special conversation with Senator Milton Findley, and today he accepted our invite to talk about
Choice the National Band and the voice on Maba, Bassa Boy, JC, alongside PJ.
Hello, I'm Eva K. Ban. You are watching Bctv. Bctv, television for all.